d5, rook f1. This I think is the novelty of the game. Up until then they had been following Pavlovic Tringov in 2 years before. Bishop takes bishop g7 and bishop c5. Of course, Shirov doesn't care much about giving up the exchange, because the position here would be rather unplayable for Anand if he took, either because Shirov could retake here with rook and have 3 pieces attacking versus 2 badly defending pieces for Anand, or just simply going for a more lasting advantage with retaking with the pawn and having this hedgehog a kind of a structure strangling Anand's king. So queen takes e5. These affairs don't really belong strictly to the world of the opening, so I'm not going to comment them on much detail. Please allow me to do so, because this is after all some Najdorf series. And rook f7, rook b8, threatening to break this beautiful pawn structure from the queen side. Queen f3, adding a battery here that we are going to see that Shirov gets to successful exploit. And after Anand grabbing pawns without much of a plan, here king 8-8 would have done a better job for a little tactical nuance that we are going to see in a while. But anyway, after Shirov safeguarding his king, we have to bear in mind now that this bishop is taken out of the action for the moment, so Shirov can consider himself to be really well protected just for the price of the g5 pawn, and just he can concentrate wholly on the attack. Rook takes g7, and just to exploit how badly defended the king is and how poorly coordinated the rest of Anand's 4 pieces are on the 8th rank. The thesis we can extract so far is that you don't need to destroy the full pawn armor from the black side, but it is sufficient generally just with open a hole in the black's position where we can move through our pieces with successful attack. Here Shirov has had so far a wonderful attacking game, but only he needed to destroy one pawn, the f1, just to exploit the poor defense from Anand. So after king takes g7, queen f7, king h8, probably here Shirov overlooked the move bishop d4 check, that after e5 and rook e1 exposes the lack of communication in the back rank between this rook and the other defending pieces. After it takes d4, rook takes a8, queen takes e8, and retaking here would have granted Shirov, of course, a completely winning endgame. The text was bishop d6, which is also winning move, but requires some more technique and turns to get the full point, getting profit of the fact that this rook is hanging, and this one will be also if queen takes d6. So after e5, bishop takes b8, f5 with the bishop, and c7. It's just a matter of technique, as we usually say in chess. Then Viswanathan Anand has to surrender to Shirov dominion of the black squares after some exchanging here. Bishop d8, and black can't conveniently remove your pawns from the black squares, nor advancing them, of course, because white is exerting too much pressure in the center, so black can coordinate or secure safety for his pawns, let alone creating a proper defensive plan. So in other words, probably black is still playing because he doesn't have anything better to do after the game. And after some more moves, Anand currently realized that Shirov had sort of a winning plan, and it is just to break the central pawn force that Anand had, probably his last insurance against defeat, and successfully claim the victory. Okay, just to resume, I have realized that I was using gray background the whole time, and I do know now that this gray background is probably uglier than Elton John's dressing room or something like that, so I promise to solve these affairs for my next video. I'm also aware that I've been stuttering even more than usual, because probably because of the lack of practice, but I will also try to solve this in the future. Just remind also, of course, that you can comment, question, anything you need to know about the Najdorf or any opening or the mortgage you want to purchase, and I will do my best to try to help you. And also, you have discovered through your chess investigations something that does not correlate to what I have already exposed here, I would be really thankful if you told me, and we can initiate a fruitful discussion. Speaking also a little about the game, I think that we can conclude that we have learned that hooks are very useful when trying to break the opponent's castling, that we don't need big holes to attack as long as the defender's pieces are cramped and not very good coordinated, and that if we have, normally it won't be more than 2, 3, 4, 10p, that the opponent is lacking a good development, we have just to exploit it on this spot, because if we wait for the opponent to unravel completely or mainly just partially, the position is going to get harshly equal, and we ain't going to be able to claim any advantage, and generally the Najdorf player wants to get the full point, so there's no excuse for not punishing the other opponent's passiveness in an opening that is not designed to be so.